"Jarrett, you've been traded." The call came in 2021 from Nets GM Sean Marks. The voice on the other end was calm, but it altered the course of Jarrett Allen's career. He initially thought he'd be part of a deal sending him back home to Texas in exchange for James Harden. But the 4-team blockbuster was more complicated than he imagined. The final destination wasn't Texas. It was Cleveland. A young man who doesn't care for parties or trends, who'd rather stay home doing woodworking than hit nightclubs, was suddenly headed to a city NBA players love to mock. People worried for him. Instead, he fell in love with the place. "I walk down the street and everyone smiles and says hello," Allen later said. He eventually stopped driving to practices and games, choosing instead to enjoy interacting with fans. Some call him an NBA anomaly. He just smiles. "This is the kind of life that makes me happy." In another universe, Jarrett Allen might have been a carpenter, or a tailor, or a computer engineer, maybe even a general contractor building homes. What he probably wouldn't be is a $20 million a year NBA center. At 6 years old, Allen once swore he would never play basketball again. He and his brother were at a community center. He excitedly tossed the ball toward the rim. Clang! The ball hit the underside of the rim, ricocheted back and smacked him in the face. "I fell flat on my butt and retired from basketball on the spot," Allen once joked. At the time, he had no idea what kind of genetic blueprint he was carrying. His father, Leonard Allen, was the all-time blocks leader at San Diego State. He was drafted 50th overall in 1985 by the Dallas Mavericks. He didn't stick in the NBA and went overseas to Spain. After retiring, he returned to Texas and worked at Dell. He never forced basketball on his son. He wanted Jarrett to have a normal childhood. So Allen played soccer, football, and occasionally, despite his retirement, some community league basketball. Nothing serious. While other kids traveled for AAU tournaments and elite camps, Allen stayed home building furniture from blueprints, once crafting a Miniville-style TV stand for his family. While others studied tape of Kobe Bryant and Dirk Nowitzki, Allen watched anime, soap operas, or sat at his computer gaming. The first computer he ever owned, he built himself. He even taught himself sewing and crocheting. Life was colorful. Basketball was an accessory. He played mainly because he was the tallest kid around. His approach to the sport was casual. Even his jersey number was random. At his first practice, he grabbed a number 31 jersey from a pile. He's worn it ever since. The first time he realized he might be special was during an elementary school dunk. None of his teammates could dunk. He jumped lightly and flushed it. He thought the rim must have been lowered. The coach told him it wasn't. Even then, he didn't fully commit to basketball. Not until his senior year of high school, when his friends were all playing and he didn't want to be left out. He carved out time from woodworking and computer building to focus more seriously on the game. 3 years later, he was in the NBA. Before the 2017 draft, Allen was projected as a lottery pick. But scouts kept asking the same question: how much does he really love basketball? Concerned about his passion, teams passed. The Nets grabbed him at number 22. Sean Marks, a Spurs disciple under Greg Popovich, has always gravitated toward players with personality. Allen didn't react emotionally to sliding out of the lottery. People told him he'd cost himself millions. He shrugged. $10 million over 4 years is enough to buy a furniture factory. What more do I need? In the NBA, his uniqueness only became more apparent. With a multi-million-dollar salary, his garage still holds a 5 or 6-year-old Tesla. NBA players get shoes for free. Allen wears each pair for over a year before switching. When he made the All-Star team in 2022, he showed up in a hoodie and jeans. Some mocked his fashion sense. "I dress for comfort," he said. "That's what matters." He wears American Tall, a niche brand for tall people, and has for years. After the jokes, the brand signed him to an endorsement deal. Now he wears it proudly. His signature afro? Some say it's retro style. He says it's just because he doesn't feel like cutting it. But there is one thing he takes seriously. Dating back to his Brooklyn days, Allen launched a community initiative called Math is the Future. He takes kids to the grocery store, gives each of them the same amount of cash and a calculator printed with his name and the team logo. They fill their carts by calculating totals themselves. The unexpected trade that once blindsided him ultimately reshaped his career. Allen helped the Cavaliers return to contender status in the post-LeBron era. In a twist of fate, he later reunited with the central figure of that trade, Harden, now as teammates. After Harden's arrival, Allen averaged 20 points and 11 rebounds, shooting 75% from the field. He became Harden's most seamless partner in the pick-and-roll. Cleveland vaulted into the contender conversation. Allen has two dreams now: win a championship with the Cavaliers, and buy land back home to design and build a house from scratch, personally helping with construction. That's Jarrett Allen. Unconventional by NBA standards. Authentic by any standard. He loves basketball. He loves life even more. "I'd rather be myself than try to fit into someone else's expectations," he said. "Don't try to blend in. Be different. I know I'll be the odd one out on any team," Allen added. "But if you're confident in who you are, people will respect you and accept the real you."